Hello everyone, today in this video we are going to study a poem Amanda. The poem Amanda is written in the form of monologue. The poem introduces us to the character Amanda, who is around 10 to 12 years old. And another character here in the poem is mother of Amanda. The poet shows parent-children relationship where a child is repeatedly pointed out by her parents for her mistakes while at the same time the children turns deaf ear to her parents. See the Amanda, she is lost in her own world. She never bothered what her parents is asking her to do, what she is being scolded, what are the mistakes which is being pointed out by her parents. She ignores it and she is totally lost in her own world. She seems to be quite fed up with this continuous nagging, the list of don'ts which her parents used to give her, and therefore she never mind what is being told to her. Now before we move to the text, let me introduce you to the poet. The poet is Robin McMauchlan. Robin McMauchlan is an Australian author of books for the children. She was born on 28 February 1936 in Campespe, New South Wales, Australia, and now resides near Melbourne. She had her first story published at the age of 16. In 1981, she was awarded a Literature Board grant for writing, and since then she has more than 20 books published. Moving to the text. Don't bite your nails, Amanda. Don't hunch your shoulder, Amanda. Stop that slouching and sit up straight, Amanda. So you can see in the very starting of the poem, in the very first line, that too in the beginning of the first line only, it starts with don'ts. So this paragraph have 3 lines, and each of the line a list of 3 don'ts is given there. So 3 mistakes is being pointed out by the mother of Amanda. So in the first line she points out her habit of biting nails. In the second paragraph, hunch. Hunch here means bend. While sitting and standing, some of the time children used to bend their shoulders. So that is being pointed out. In third line, slouching. Slouching means to sit in a lazy manner. So in this paragraph, her 3 activities, in this 3 line, 3 activities, 3 mistakes, 3 minor mistakes is being pointed out. And that too, you can see in the end of the line, in each and every line, Amanda with exclamation mark is there. So it means the child is not being referred to in a polite manner. It means the mother of Amanda is shouting at her, she is exclaiming at her. And that's why perhaps the child has started ignoring all these things. She has become habitual of all this nagging, and she has started become irritated with all these things. While at the same time when her mother is coaxing her, while she is scolding her, she has turned deaf ear to her. She don't bother what she is saying, and instead of listening to her word, she is lost in her own word. In this part, the part which is in bracket, this part shows that something is going on in the mind of this child. She is lost in her own world. She don't bother what her mother is speaking to her. So what she is thinking? She is lost in a imaginary world, in the world of fairy. What she says? There is a languid emerald sea where the sole inhabitant is me, a mermaid, drifting blissfully. Now she imagines herself to be a mermaid. What is mermaid? Mermaid is a imaginary character, and it used to live in sea, in water bodies. It's a fairy which is being regarded that they used to live in sea. Here you can see in the picture it's a mermaid. So what is being said? Languid. Languid means relaxed. Emerald. Emerald is the gems which is green in color. So the color of sea is being referred here with emerald. Where the sole inhabitant is me. So what she want? She wants to be mermaid. Why she wants to be mermaid? Because mermaid is all alone in the sea. There is no one to interrupt her. There is no one to scold her. There is no one to point out her mistake, and therefore she wants to be a mermaid and to be all alone, relaxed. Languid means relaxed. So she will be all alone. She will be the sole inhabitant. It means she will be the only resident there. It means no other human being will be living there. No one will be there to scold her for her mistakes what she commits. And what she will be doing? She will be blissfully, cheerfully enjoying that water body. She would be moving, swimming from one point of the sea to the another point. So it shows that child no longer wants to live with her parents in her home. Her height of frustration has reached up to that level that she wants to be away. She don't want to be with her parents. Did you finish your homework, Amanda? Did you tidy your room, Amanda? I thought I told you to clean your shoes. So in this three line again, you can see, again she is being pointed out, she is being asked for the works which has been assigned to her. In the first line, her mother asked her about the status of her homework. In the second line, again she asked that whether she has tidied her room or not. Again she said that I thought I told you to clean your shoes. Again she is being asked to clean her shoes. So each and every line she have a new task, a new complaint is there against her, and again with exclamation mark. Now what's going on in her mind? I am an orphan roaming the street, a pattern soft dust with my hushed bare feet. The silence is golden, the freedom is sweet. Now in this paragraph, again, while her mother is asking her about homework, her room, about her shoes, at that moment again, instead of listening to her, she has ignored her and she is lost in her own thought, and she imagines herself to be an orphan. Orphan is a child with no parent. So why she wants to live alone without parents? She thinks that she should not have any parents. She should be free from and away from parents. Why she thinks so? Because she has experienced that parents continuously used to nag the child, irritate the child, points mistake of the child, shouts at the child, and therefore she better feel to be an orphan. And what she says, that when she will be orphan, she will be free. No one will be there to ask her what she is doing. No one will be there to taunt her, to scold her, and then she will roam all around the street. She will be free to move anywhere, to go anywhere, and she will roam in the street. I pattern soft dust with my hushed feet. Now what is hushed over here? So she says that quiet place. Hushed here means quiet place. So what she will do with her bare feet. Bare is, it means feet without shoe or slipper. So without that shoe and slipper, she will not wear that shoe and slipper, and with that bare feet, what she will do? She will play with dust. She will make different patterns. She will draw different pattern on the dust with her feet. Then she says the silence is golden, the freedom is sweet. She says, it means this line refers metaphorically to the silence and freedom. She says that she want to be in silent. She want to be in solitude. She don't want any sort of interruption. She don't want anyone to nag her, to irritate her. She want to live quietly and calmly. And she says that she don't feel free in the presence of her parents. She feel that she is bound somewhere. So she says that she is not free in her home. She don't feel free with her mother at home. And golden, silence is being referred golden. Golden here means glorious. She has compared silence to the glorious color of gold. Don't eat that chocolate, Amanda. Remember your acne, Amanda. Will you please look at me when I am speaking to you, Amanda? So again you can see, again comes another list of don'ts. She is being asked not to eat chocolate. Again, acne means pimple which comes on the face. So again she is being asked that don't eat chocolate. Remember you will get acne, that is pimple on your face, Amanda. Again you can see there is exclamation mark. Will you please look at me when I am speaking to you? So you can see here in this line it's clearly mentioned this child ignores her parents. Generally whenever someone speaks to us, we used to have an eye contact with that person, but here Amanda never looks at the face of her mother while she is speaking to her, and therefore she says that will you? She has already guessed, she has already found it that Amanda has started ignoring her, she has started ignoring her words, and therefore she says to her that will you please look at me while I am speaking to you, Amanda. Again the line ends with exclamation mark only. So throughout this poem, throughout the paragraph which we have read, throughout the lines we have found that she is not being spoken by her parents in a soft tone. Continuously she is being scolded. Her mother is speaking to her in a pitch little bit higher than the usual one. So now when she is being asked to stop eating to the chocolate and when she is asked to look at her, now let's see what appears in her mind. I am a Rapunzel. I have not a care. Life in a tower is tranquil and rare. I will certainly never let down my bright hairs. Now what is Rapunzel? Rapunzel is a girl in fairy tale by Brothers Grimm. Rapunzel is a character of German fairy tale which was written by Brothers Grimm. Now this character was captured in a tower by a witch. The witch used to climb the tower with the help of long hair of Rapunzel that was let down by her through the window. So you can see the Rapunzel, this is Rapunzel. So you can see that the length of her hair, it's quite lengthy, it's quite long. So Rapunzel was a character of a fairy tale. In that fairy tale, this Rapunzel was captured by a witch and she was kept in a tower. And that witch used to come in that tower with the help of hair of this Rapunzel. And Rapunzel used to keep her hair out of the window, and with the help of her hair, she used to climb in the tower. So what she says, I am a Rapunzel. She compares herself to Rapunzel. She wants to be Rapunzel. But again, what caution she will take as a Rapunzel? Because Rapunzel had someone with her, that is witch. So she was visited by witch, but she don't want to be with anyone. Therefore, what she says, that I will certainly not let my bright hair. I will not let down my bright hair. So that witch used to come into that tower with the help of the hairs of that Rapunzel. Therefore, what she says, she will never let her hair down through that window so that anyone will climb in that tower, and as there will be no one in that tower, she will enjoy the tranquil and rare. Tranquil means calm, quietness. So she will love the solitude which she will enjoy there, and rare here means uncommon. So she will enjoy the uncommon solitude, calmness and quiet environment of that tower. Again, stop that sulking at once, Amanda. You are always so moody, Amanda. Anyone would think that I nagged at you, Amanda. Now here sulking. Sulking means in a bad mood. You are always so moody. Moody means unstable. Anyone would think that I nagged at you, Amanda. So again, the mother is scolding her, is pointing her mistake, is pointing to her that she keeps sulking. It means her moods fluctuate. She is never in a good mood. And therefore she asked her not to be in a bad mood and not to be so unpredictable. She asked her to have a good countenance on her face. The facial expression should be good and pleasant. Why she want her to do so? Because if she would be sitting like that, then anyone here refers to society, that anyone will think that she used to harass her. Her mother used to harass her. So that her facial expression will give an impression that her mother, the mother of Amanda, used to harass her continuously, and that's why she bears such a facial expression. So you can see here in the last line, anyone is referred. Anyone here refers to society, someone else. The mother of Amanda, she never cares about that, what she feels, what her daughter is feeling about those don'ts and those scolding. She never feels about that, she never thinks about that, but instead she thinks about the society, that what the society will think of me, that they will get the impression that I harass my child. This is all about the literal meaning of the poem. So we saw in this poem that there is a child, Amanda, who is continuously being nagged, who is continuously and repeatedly being pointed out for her mistakes by her mother, which she do not like. And she feels frustrated in her home due to all these things, and therefore she wants to leave her home. She wants to live like a mermaid. She wants to live like an orphan. She wants to live like a Rapunzel. So all child feel comfortable at home, but this child don't want to live with her parents at her home. Now moving to the literary devices used in this poem. Here you can see in the first two lines starts with the same words, that is don't. So it forms a literary device that is known as anaphora. Now in throughout the poem you might have seen that both the character, that is Amanda and her mother, they never entered into any dialogue. Amanda's mother was speaking loudly to her, and this girl was lost in her own thought, so they never spoke to each other. So it forms a dramatic monologue. Again you can see in every line Amanda word is repeated. So again it forms a literary device that is known as repetition. Now again you can see over here in the second line, don't, your, shoulder. O sound is prominent in these three words, don't, your and shoulder. So it forms a literary device that is regarded as assonance. Now in the last line, stop slouching, sit up straight. So S sound is repeated in the starting of these words, and therefore it forms a literary device that is known as alliteration. It's from alliteration. Now coming to the paragraph which is in bracket, here emerald is used. I told you that emerald is used to refer the green color of sea. So it is metaphor. It forms a literary device that is metaphor. Now in the last line, mermaid is being referred. So someone who is not present at the moment is being referred, or something which is imaginary is being referred, so it forms a literary device that is known as allusion. Again in the next paragraph you can see again the first and second line starts with did you. So again it forms a literary device that is known as anaphora. Again here you can see I thought I told you. In this line you can see O sound is prominent. So again it forms a literary device that is known as assonance. Now here the paragraph which is in bracket, in the last line you can see while explaining I told you that it referred to freedom, and it refers, silence is golden, it refers to the bright color, the glorious color of gold, therefore it is metaphor. And you can see Amanda is being repeated in each and every line, so it forms a literary device that is known as repetition. Again coming to next paragraph, here you can see in the third line, will you please look at me. O sound is prominent over here, so again it forms a literary device that is known as assonance. And again Amanda is repeated, so again it forms a literary device that is known as repetition. Now coming to the paragraph which is in bracket, Rapunzel is again being referred. In the last paragraph mermaid was being referred, so now Rapunzel is being repeated, so again it forms a literary device that is known as allusion. And one more thing, here you can see I am Rapunzel, I have not a care, life in a tower is tranquil and rare, I will certainly never let down my hair. R sound is repeated, R sound is prominent, you can see. So again it forms a literary device that is known as consonance. Now moving to next paragraph, here you can see stop that sulking at once Amanda. In this line you can see S sound is repeated, so it forms a literary device that is known as alliteration. Again you can see Amanda word is repeated, so again it forms a literary device that is known as repetition. So this is all about this poem. So I explained you the poem, word to word explanation I gave you, and I gave you the literary devices used in this poem. So in this poem we come to know that there is a child Amanda who is repeatedly, continuously being nagged or being pointed out for her mistakes which she commits, but she never feel good about all those things because her mother keeps yelling and shouting at her. She don't want to be spoken to her like this. And while her mother is speaking to her, she is lost somewhere in her own thought, in her own world, imaginary world. This is all about this poem. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you.